Hey guys, it's Sunday, so you know what that means. It's time for another Market Watch video. Today is March 9th, 2025. And it's time for episode 23 of the Splinterlands Land Market Watch. So as you guys know, we're going to go over all things land. We're going to look at the different prices for plots, the 5 cheapest plots per rarity, how much it would cost for you to be a land baron and buy the cheapest 50 plots off the market. So let's get started. So looking at land plots, not a whole lot of change in the marketplace. In Splinterlands, 2 weeks ago, $42 was the cheapest plot. Still the same here, $42. There are 4 plots right around at that $42 price point. And then over on Hive, 2 weeks ago, the cheapest plot was going for just over 40 bucks. And right now there is a plot as cheap as $30 over on Hive. So if you're interested in getting an unclaimed plot, it could be anything. It could be a common, or you could get a castle. Go on over to Hive and check that out. Tracks and regions, still no movement. Hasn't been for many, many months. 11,750 is the cheapest track in the marketplace. And then that single land region for over $88,000. A couple things to bring up. With land right around the corner, the next phase, 1.75, one thing I've noticed is time crystals have really moved up. Last price you can see here, it says 3 cents. Actually, it's about 2.5 cents at 30 DEC. That price has jumped up to almost 40 DEC per. Now, if you buy these directly from the store, they do cost you 100 DEC. Still, it's still a great discount. But that price is trending up, going from 30 to 40 DEC is quite a jump. And I expect that probably to go up closer to 50 DEC when 1.75 comes out. So if you're looking to load up on time crystals that are cheap, to be able to build your buildings right away, I also believe they'll be able to do your maintenance right away. Definitely check out time crystals if you have any extra DEC to spare. Another thing that has been kind of drying up off the market are totems, especially the common ones. Even though you can see here the fragments went up to 200 and the price went down a little bit to 75 cents, I expect that price to go up. Before 2 weeks ago, and actually in the last several months, totem fragments have been, 50 to 60, 65 cents. So we had that big spike 2 weeks ago to 88 cents. It's come down a little bit now to 75 cents. But as you can also see here on the list, that totems themselves, a month ago were $5.99. Last week or 2 weeks ago they were $6.99. Now they're up to $7.50. So a few months ago, totems were, around that $10, $11 range for a common totem, and I expect them to probably push back up to that price point. So if you've been delaying on getting some common totems just to kind of fill out your plots, help your grain producing plots a little bit, definitely now is the time. But to go back to fragments, as you can see here, the common totem fragments came down from 88 cents to 75. The rare fragments went up from 390 to 443. The epics had a big jump from 17 to $22.75, and then legendary stayed about the same, right around $130. As we just mentioned with the totems, the common ones have moved up to $7.50. The rares came up from $33.99 to $34.99. Epics came down slightly from $115 to $110, and then someone listed a legendary totem for $450. So that's less than half price of previously when the cheapest was $1,000. So if you've got the money and looking for a legendary totem, that's the cheapest price I've seen in many months. Totem claims, as you can see, also are moving up. Your commons went from 638 up to 795. Your rares from 65 up to $69.69. Epics came up from 290 to 300, and then legendaries moved up from $1,700 to $1,750. Okay, land barons. So if you wanted to get in the game right now and just buy the cheapest 50 plots, how much would it cost you? 2 weeks ago, it would have cost $714 at a cost of about $14.28 a plot. Now you're looking at $657.50 at a cost of $13.15 per plot. Let me change the date here quickly. Okay, so now let's look at the 5 cheapest plots per rarity, and we'll start as we always do with the common natural plot. So last time you're looking at basically $14 to $15 There are some that are cheaper now this week. The cheapest plots are in region 93. For $12.50, you can pick up 5 plots, 4 canyons and a desert. Over in region 136, he has 35 plots available for $13. Regions 81 and 143 have plots available for $14. Region 141 has plots of hills available for $14.69. And then finally, the fifth cheapest is $14.95 in regions 83 and 138. And you will notice here that none of these plots are grain producing. Okay, grain or rare natural plots, $19 to $26 was the cheapest when we looked 2 weeks ago. Pretty much in the same range. There is one cheaper this week, $18 in region 44 for a hills. Region 136 has 10 plots available for $19. Region 141 has a jungle available for $21. For $22, you can pick up rare natural plots in region 7, 23, 93, and 115. And then finally, for $24, you can pick up a plot in region 96 and 108. Okay, moving on to your epics. So your epic natural plots were 70 to 90. The new addition this week is there is a plot in region 23, that's Gankland. He has a swamp available for $65. Other than that, it's the same as it was 2 weeks ago. There's a $70 plot in region 60, a $75 plot in region 81, an $85 plot in region 141, and then finally for $90 you could pick up an epic natural in either regions 140 or 141. Okay, and then your legendary natural plots. You can see here 2 weeks ago the cheapest was $290 to $348, basically the same now. So for $290 you can pick up plots in regions 111, 27, and 13. Region 44 has a legendary plot for $344.99. Regions 108 and 112 have ones available for $348. And then finally in region 85 he has 3 available for $350. So that is it for your natural plots. Now going on to the magic plots. So last time your range was $27 to $33. This week your range is $26 to $27, so very tight range. $26 in regions 53 and 143, and the magic available is fire, life, and earth. For $26 in region 136, he has 5 life plots for life magic and 1 fire magic plot. In region 1 and region 124, for $26.75, there is a life magic, water magic, and fire magic plot available. For $26.99 in region 125, he has a fire and a death plot available. In region 62, there are 6 earth plots available. So if you're looking to stock up on earth magic, look no farther than region 62, and that is for $27 a plot. And one thing to point out with this magical plots that are $27, if you look, he has a lake and 3 rivers. These are also grain producing, along with the 3 plains for $26. So if you're looking to have some flexibility with your plots, if you don't want to produce magic, you can also switch these over to be grain producing. So in my mind, that makes it a little bit more valuable maybe than what they're listed for here. Okay, rare magical plots, last time $37 to $59. This week you're looking at $35 to $59. Not a whole lot of movement. All the $50 plots are still the same as they were 2 weeks ago. Your cheapest plot for $35 is in region 136. He has 2 death magic plots available. Region 81, there are 2 fire magic plots available for $37. For $48.88 in region 125, there is a death and fire plots available. All the plots in region 50, like I said, are the same as 2 weeks ago. In region 62 and region 85, there's a very good mix of all the different fire and life, water, all the different magical types. So if you're looking to get a good variety all in the same region, definitely check out region 62 and 85 for that. And then finally in region 83, there's a water plot available for $59. Okay, moving on to your epic magical plots. So you can see 2 weeks ago, 128 to 150 was the range. Couple cheaper ones this week. So for $125, you can pick up a life plot in region 22. In region 125 for $126.69, there's a fire magical plot available. Region 81 has fire magic for $128. Region 85 has a good mix, one death, earth, life, and water plot available, all for $128. And then finally in region 83, there's an earth plot available for $134.99. Okay, now your legendary magical plots. 2 weeks ago, basically $800 to $1,000. This week, the cheapest is $699 in region 29. It's for earth magic. In region 136, he has a legendary magical plot for $729. Thing to point out is this is life magic. It is also a plains. Region 115 has fire magic for $777. Region 81 has a death magical plot for $850. And then finally, there's region 85 again. So he has an earth plot, a 2 fire, and 3 water for $888 a piece. Okay, so now on to your occupied plots, which will be able to produce essences going forward. So last time, $80 to $86 was the range. This time there's a couple for $75. So if you go to region 93, there's a tundra available for $75. Region 8 has 2 tundras available for $75 a piece. Region 13 has a canyon for $79. Region 125 has a canyon and desert occupied for $80. Region 28 has a jungle for $85. And then finally, there's a lake in region 140 for $85. Okay, your rare occupied. Last time 115 to 125. This time there's a lot of them available for the 110, 111 range. So for $110, you can pick up plots in regions 42, 140, 133, 9, and 143. So these will all produce essences. Region 136 has a plot, 2 plots available for $111. Region 134 has a swamp for $111 and 69 cents. And then finally in region 81, he has 2 plots available for $115. Okay, epic occupied. Last time 448 to 775. This week the cheapest is $379 in region 136, $400 in region 8, $419 in region 29, $499 in region 109, and then finally for $545, region 85 has 3 epic occupied plots available. And then your rarest of the rare, the legendary occupied. These are the same as 2 weeks ago. The one thing that is different is the owner in region 109 raised his price from $12.90 to $22.90. So he raised his price by $1,000. Other than that, it's the same as it was 2 weeks ago. So $22.90 in 109. 85 has a plot available for $2,500, and then region 29 has a legendary occupied for $3,900. And those are the only 3 available on the marketplace. Okay, keeps. So last time keeps were pushing $900 for the low end, up to almost $2,700 for the high end. For the cheapest 5, this week you can see the cheapest is $650 in region 96, so under $700 for a keep. $750 in region 102, $878 in region 20. Region 85 sold one of his keeps. He had 8 available. Now he's down to 7. Those are $888 a piece. And then finally, region 9 has a keep available for $900. And then moving to castles, same thing as last week or 2 weeks ago. Same regions. The only difference is 2 weeks ago, the one in 136 was $6,490. This week he's raised his price to $7,900. So people had a chance to get it for about $1,400 cheaper, but the only castles available are in region 136 for $7,900, region 69 for $8,500, and then finally region 85 for $8,888. So there you have it, guys. There's the Market Watch for Sunday, March 9th, 2025. Big takeaways here are the totems are starting to move. Oh, that's one other point I wanted to make that I didn't mention when we were talking about totems. Going forward, what's going to happen with totem fragments is the only plots that will be available for a totem fragment roll and possibly get a totem fragment will be castles, keeps, and plots that have research going on them. So if you just have a grain producing plot, or you're doing stone or wood or ore, you will not be able to get a totem fragment going forward once 1.75 goes out. So that is a post from Cryptomancer a few days ago. So just wanted to point that out. So if you're like me and you have a few fragments but you don't have enough for a complete one, might be the time sooner than later to pick up whatever fragments that you need to make that a complete totem. Because now that there's not going to be as many being dropped in game once 1.75 come out, I expect those prices to rise. So just wanted to point that out as well. So hope you guys are doing good. Stay tuned next Sunday. We will be doing the card market watch. This will be the second card market watch after survival mode. So I'll be curious to see how prices have moved and what cards are disappearing off the market now that survival mode has had another week under its belt. So stay tuned for that next Sunday. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're excited for Land 1.75 coming out soon. Conclave Arcana, a lot of good stuff in the near future. So until then, stay the course, keep on forging, have fun, and I will see you soon. Take care.